Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to yet again another video, and today we're back yet again for another early type prospect preview for the 2023 NHL prospects. And we're looking at Matvei Michkov today. Michkov, arguably the next Ovechkin. I've heard that be argued by some people, and I am interested to see what he's going to do to transition his goal scoring, not storing. Yeah, he stores goals. His goal scoring knack to the NHL, because this guy has an incredible ability to score. He is unbelievable. So starting off here with some of his basic info, born December 9th, 2004 in Perm, Russia. He's a right wing, and he's 5'10", 159 pounds. So he is a little bit undersized. Now, Bedard is smaller in many areas, but Michkov doesn't have all too much weight to him, and 159 pounds compared to Bedard's 181. And Michkov is an inch taller than Bedard. And that is something you got to take into consideration. But, these two guys are shorter than some of the other players that have been eligible in previous drafts. So that is something to take into consideration. Now, there is a whole other year left to play. So, obviously, they'll probably grow in between then. But as of right now, that's just their size. So, more or less, I'm interested to see what Michkov's going to do, and he's just playing unbelievable. In the MHL with the SK 1946 St. Petersburg, he played 50 games, had 35 goals, 17 assists for 52 points in 2020-21. Just unreal. Like he almost scored a goal per game pace, and he did that multiple times. In World Juniors with the Russia U18 team, he played 7 games. Get this, had 12 goals. 12 goals. Not even 12 points. 12 goals, 4 assists for 16 points. 12 points alone is impressive, but 16 points and 12 of those being goals, unreal. And that just goes to show that Michkov is going to bring this incredible scoring touch to the NHL, and he's gonna let it up. Honestly, I honestly think he could. In 2021-22 with the SK 1946 St. Petersburg again, he played 22 games. He split some time between there, the KHL, and a couple other Russian leagues. And get this, had 22 goals. 22 games played, 22 goals. And then 16 assists for 38 points. I still can't get over that. That is unbelievable. Like, having a goal per game pace is crazy. Like, a point per game pace is amazing, but a goal per game pace, unreal. So Michkov already proving that he is the real deal. And those are men's leagues too, by the way. These aren't like teenager leagues at all. They're men's leagues. And internationally, not in World Juniors, because it was obviously canceled in 2022. With the Russia U18 team, he played 3 games, had 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. So that's the first time we ever see him not put up a goal or a point per game internationally. But unreal. Still pretty good for a young 16, 17-year-old player who actually, I think, turns 17 in December. So just crazy. Like, this guy is, like, the amount, like, he's 16 years old. And he's putting up numbers like this. It's unreal. So some of the notes that I have here, and again, I'll put highlights on screen like I did with the Bedard video. He looks like someone with years of pro experience. We talked about Bedard. We talked about how Bedard has this maturity level, this competitiveness to the game. Michkov brings the pro experience, even though he doesn't have pro experience, and that is definitely the type of player that you want. You want to have a player who acts like he plays with pro experience. So, impressive there. Something to do take into consideration. He does have a KHL contract until 2024-25. So I do want people to take that in consideration. Maybe he won't come to the NHL right off the bat because of that KHL contract. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, because obviously we still have a whole another year. A lot can happen in a year. So we'll see. So he did play in the KHL. Okay, I don't know why I started like it. He had limited time on ice in the KHL because his coach isn't always too lenient towards U18 players like Michkov. And he put up 5 points in 13 games in the KHL, which isn't bad. I mean, relatively, when you're getting like 10 minutes a night and you're really not getting all too many chances out there on the ice, 5 points in 13 games isn't all too bad. I don't think that's too bad at all. I think it's definitely room to improve. He'll probably play more this coming season in the KHL, and maybe even beyond that once he gets drafted by an actual NHL team. Maybe that's what happens. And he is also the youngest player to suit up on the Russian national team with 16 years old, 11 months, and 2 days. So absolutely crazy there. He actually beat the record by a lot. He's the first 16-year-old to ever suit up for the national team. So that's like beating out Ovechkin, and that's beating out Trentniak, that's beating out people from the Soviet Union, and that's unbelievable. I still can't get over that either. He's not compared to directly one person. That's something I've noticed from a lot of the articles that I read when I was researching this guy. He's actually compared. I don't like corrected compared to Kucherov, McDavid, and Ovechkin. Those are the three biggest comparisons I've seen. There's no direct comparison, obviously. I would say Ovechkin because of the goals, McDavid because of the speed, and Kucherov because of the overall skill. Because and that is good. That is good too because you get compared to three of the star forwards in the NHL. That is very significant for a player like Matvei Michkov. And a few years ago, that would be arguably your top three best. Like that'd be your top three best in the NHL. And Michkov brings the attributes for all of those. So I think that is going to play a big role in who picks him. I've seen some articles where it says he makes the Michigan look easy. He literally makes the Michigan look like it's nothing. Like you saw Trevor Zegras do 2 Michigans last year and do that little thing with Milano. I don't even know what to call it, the Zegras pass or whatever you want to call it. But Michkov, he just makes the Michigan look easy. Like I think if he makes it to the NHL, he's going to be popping off Michigans left and right. So that's going to be really interesting there as well. And he set the records for most goal and assist as a 16-year-old in the Russian juniors, which was previously set by Nikita Kucherov. He was obviously 17 years old, so impressive record there. He does skate good, but I've noticed in some reports that he does lack a little bit of speed, and that can be improved on. We noticed that, we even noticed this with Ovechkin kind of in the early parts of his career. He struggled with speed in a way because, back checking wise, he wasn't all too good, and there was always that criticism where he just stays in one spot the entire time. But I don't think that's going to be the case with Michkov. You look at his highlights, he really isn't staying in one spot to score all of his goals. He's going all over the place. He can put the puck wherever you want it to go. So that is the impressive part with Matvei Michkov, and I'm really excited. So what team does he go to? We had this discussion with Bedard. It doesn't really matter, and I know someone said this in the comments. It doesn't really matter where Michkov even goes. I just hope that he goes there and has a great career there. I would love to see him in San Jose. I feel like that would make a lot of sense because San Jose has a lot of international-based players. And they have Canadians there. Every team has Canadians. They have, more or less a lot of Russian or European or Swedish and Finnish type players. So I feel like it would be a cool fit for San Jose. I would love to see San Jose take Michkov, and I think it would really bring the excitement to California, obviously. But obviously, we're still a ways away from even thinking about the draft lottery because next season has to happen. But we do know that teams that are most likely going to be bad are probably the San Jose Sharks and the Chicago Blackhawks. So those are probably my two best picks for the draft lottery. But honestly, Michkov, just an unbelievable goal scorer. He really could bring a level of goal-scoring talent that we may never have seen before. And that is saying something, especially with Alex Ovechkin in this league. And I think he has the potential to actually be the next Ovechkin. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And again, anything can change. I didn't say this in the Bedard video, but I probably should have. Anything can change. And, with the situation in Russia right now, and I'm not going to go in depth with it, you guys should know what I'm talking about. The situation there, that could cause some teams to hesitate and maybe pass on Michkov. But as of right now, Michkov is looking pretty unbelievable. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching. For I personally, I really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe down below if you are new. And anyways, thank you all for tuning into this one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.